Hello. I'm gonna call this Flosstube number 12 / WIP Parade today because I have all my whips sitting here because everybody wanted me to do a whip parade. I have got a ton more whips since my last whip parade. I may have went on a starting binge this last year, but oh well. We're gonna do a mug shot. Today I have to kind of turn it because in spirit of Mardi Gras coming up, we have our giant New Orleans mug. Love it. Okay, I'm just gonna forewarn you guys. I have a picture of all of these whips. I think all of them have a cover picture in the bag with it. I'm not going to guarantee that they all do, but I'm also not going to edit this video. I don't know. I'm sorry if it doesn't have a picture. Like, I try to do my best to make sure there's a cover picture in all of my bags. So, and I'll show you project bags if it's a special one. If it's just a plastic one, I'll just kind of blow over it. Okay, so first thing, whip go. I finished my 2 goals of ohm, and I had to work on my ohm project for 15 days, and then I had to finish my tiny modernist witches go writing. I did show that in my last floss tube, so if you want to see that, you'll have to go check out my last floss tube because I'm not getting it out. It's put away until I finish, like, fully finish it. So I finished those 2 on my whip go. My last day to work on ohm is today. I have to put at least 1 strand in, which I'm trying to do like 30 minutes or 1 strand. So my strands are like this long for that project because I've been doing the 1 strand on the background color. You'll see what I mean. So my first project is a new project bag I made yesterday. It's a vertical project bag, and it's my first one with Velcro. So that was fun to make. I have not started this project yet, so you'll see it in my next floss tube. Yeah, I don't even have a picture of it. It's just got the fabric in there. It's on Pattern Keeper, so I will show you in my next floss tube what that looks like. I just want to show you that project bag. Okay, so next, I'm going to kind of go pretty fast through these. This next one is by Apricot Polka Dot on Etsy, and it is my temperature cross stitch. It is the quilt, trying to find the title, quilt temperature cross stitch. And I had the Stitching Penguin Ashley. I had her husband come up with some different colors for me instead of the bright colors that were used in the pattern, because I wanted more colors that would go with my house. So this is where I'm at on it. So it's doing a little 5x5 square each day using the high temperature of the day, and you can kind of work like this, and then you go to the next block, and then you'll work through that block, and then you'll go to the next block, so on and so forth. I don't have a picture of what it'll look like when it's done, just because the only picture that came with it was the pattern. So there's that one, and then I'm gonna pull up the picture on it for this one on my phone. And if you guys want to see more information and in-depth, like, of my stitching, go to my Instagram, Stay at Home Stitcher. I try to post every day, if not every other day. So my next one is called Cocoa Time by Ink Circles. And I'm using the Call for DMCs, but I'm doing it on a Be Stitch Me opalescent no name fabric. I'm only about 20% done. This is like the whisk on the side that I'm starting now. So I'm getting there on that one. This is kind of my, I don't really want to pull out a big giant project kind of project. And those are in the same project bag. They're just in one of the Amazon ones. Up next, we have, I've been using this in my Black Needle Society cross stitch planner. It has a page in there called Rainy Day. So every day that it rains, snows, sleets, hails, whatever, if there's precipitation in that day, I work on this project. It's called Harry Potter Stained Glass. My paper got stuck in my zipper and it looked like I tried to eat it. This one's big. And I chose this one for my rainy day because I'm at the point in it where I'm at the top. I started in the top left. I'm at the point where it's just black right now. So I was like, what better way to get all the black done than to do it on a rainy day? So I've got, well, you can see my thread on the back side. So it's a little over 860 stitches of black. I'm doing this 2/1. This is 22 count. The black is 2/1. When I get to the color, I'm going to decide if I want to keep going 2 or switch to 1/1. Tell me what you guys do for 22 count, because I don't want to make it too bulky, but I also really like, I like the coverage of 2. Like, you can't even see the fabric through there. And I love that. So let me know if you guys do 1 or 2 strands on 22 count. And I got this on Etsy, the pattern on Etsy. This is a project bag that I made. Just out of some fat quarters. Up next, and it's still in the hoop because I've been picking this one up for like a mindless stitch, because right now I'm just filling in some things. It's called Bear Paw Cabin, and it's designed by Bobbin and Fred, Shannon Grierson of Bobbin and Fred, and it was in the October Just Cross Stitch magazine of 2021. And she has a new series coming out this month in Just Cross Stitch. It's going to be a 12-part series where she's doing quilt blocks, and the first month is a cardinal with like reds, and ooh, it's pretty. I need it. I need to do them. I want to do all of them and make it into a quilt. But this is where I'm at on that. I've just been mindlessly filling in the triangle. Started here. I'll finish filling this in, then I'll come back and finish the side right there. And then, you know, more triangles. So yeah, that's my mindless stitch when I just want a small mindless one. It's in an Amazon bag. Here is another Amazon bag. This is Ohm by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. You can kind of see what it looks like in the picture that I have, but the picture is black and white. So this is what it'll look like on black fabric is what it's called for. I'm using all called for colors, called for fabric. It's 14 count black. And this is where I'm at. If you guys want to see where I started before WIP go to my Instagram, because it was like not even this, and then this wasn't filled in, and yeah. So I've done a lot on this during this month for WIP go. It's a paper pattern, so I can't tell you how many stitches I've done, which is why it's only work on it for 15 days. Next is Kitted Up, but I haven't started yet. I'm just going through all my bags because I'm not going to skip any, I'll get confused. So this cute little guy is by Smart Cross Stitch. I don't know if he has a name. Mad Hatter Cat is what it's really called. Designer is Julia Zolotova. Yeah, there he is. And I'm gonna do him on, I think it ended up being 20 or 22 count that I grabbed. Just a Amazon bag. Next is my Fat Quarter Shop sunflower bag that my friend Katrina got me. I have a kit in here that I have not started yet, but I'm anxious to start. Oh, I guess you want to read it right side up. Huh? Ooh, almost dropped everything. Okay. So, there it is. This is wood, and it comes with it in the kit. And it says, home is where the heart is. And this is right up my alley because I love rustic, country, barn, farm, like true country stuff. Not the fake country farmhouse nonsense. Not getting on that topic. Okay. So next is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by Tilton Crafts. This is out of print. And I have done black. Nope. That was like $9.39. That's all I've done. This is how big it's gonna be. This is on 22 or 28 count, I'm sorry. Yep, 28 count 1/1. I really like doing 28 count 1/1 because I love the coverage that it gives. I don't know, I just like how dainty it is, but it has good coverage, so I like it. Okay, so up next is an artiste kit from Hobby Lobby. And there's what it looks like. I call it my nerdy fox. I don't know that it even has a name. It's just called an Artiste Mini Counted Cross Stitch Fox. This is on my WIP Go board to finish. Trying to see which direction it goes. Like this. So I haven't got much done. But it's not going to take long to finish. It's not big. It's just, I don't know. I thought I was going to like working on it and I don't. I don't know why. It's just not something that is calling to me right now, so. Up next is Magic Gnomes. Ooh, I did not. I don't have a picture of it, I don't think either. I got it on Etsy from the Green Terrace is the Etsy account. I'm looking, I don't think I have a picture anymore. But I bought it, she has a sale that's 5 for $12. And I bought 5 patterns for $12, of course. I do have a picture. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. It's called Magic Gnomes. And I have not started it yet. I have the fabric in here and everything, I just have not started it. I do believe I'm doing it on 20 or 22 count, I don't remember which. And then Halloween Oracle, Sal. I have not even started that one, so I'm just going to skip that one. If you want to see the Halloween Oracle Sal, there's a Facebook group for it. And they have a new one coming out soon. Okay, next one is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. I'm doing this 28 count, 1/1, on like this oatmeal-ish color. It's like an off-white cream color. But that's all I've got done on that one. I'm not in a hurry to finish any of these either. Just to throw that out there. I enjoy working on things, not finishing them. Does that make sense? Up next, I have not worked on since probably my last WIP Parade. The Brooks Books Advent Calendar. This is some 16 count, I believe, fabric that I dyed myself. And I'm doing one of these at a time. These are free patterns on Brooks Books website. And I think I have it on my WIP Go. Let's see. Yes, I have it on my WIP Go to work for 15 days on it. So 15 days is only half the month. So when it's called, I'll work on that one. Up next, I don't remember which one I put in this one. Oh, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by Tilton Crafts. Also out of print. This one has confetti in it, so this one goes a little bit slower. But I like the detail, so that's all I've got done on this one. And this is in a bag that I made. It's a Marauders map bag with just a maroon background, like almost like a Gryffindor red. I do not put interfacing in my bags. I don't like them to be super stiff. So there's that one. Up next is Animal Tracks, and this was also in the October just cross stitch, designed by Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts, Elizabeth Spurlock. That's what it's gonna look like. And I just have a small start on this one. I've just got that center paw done. So it's a cute little paw. That's the very middle. It's not going to be very big. Up next is Dog Lovers by Lizzie Kate. I'm doing this one. And it says welcome, sit, stay. And I don't have a huge start on this one, but I've got part of the little doghouse roof done. So and if you guys want more information about any of these patterns, just comment and I will answer to my best of my abilities. This one is not started, but it's kitted up, ready to go for when I get the itch to start something. It's a kit called by Design Works. It's a 1994 kit. The pattern says clean up the crafts and start dinner. My friend Katrina sent me this because this is me. I'm always starting to clean up all my things so that I can get supper started for my family. And this kit comes with the mat and everything. So that's kitted up, ready to go. I'm gonna get the itch to start things one day, and I'm just gonna start all of these things. Up next is from Green Terrace. It's called Switzerland. And that's what it will look like. I don't think I've started this one. I think I just have the fabric out for it. Yeah. And see, I'm going to do it on this. Oh, you can't see that. I'm going to do it on this gray fabric. And I'm going to do called for colors. I'm going to do, I think it's got blends. It does. It's got some blends. So I'm going to do the called for colors on it. Up next, I'm running out of room in my stack over here. Up next is from Not Forgotten Farms. It's the Giving Sisters. I modified this one to make it what I wanted it to be. So I'm not doing the border all the way around. I'm not doing this flower, that, or the broom. I'm just doing the witches and what they're holding, and then I'm going to do the cauldron. I'm doing it on 16 count Be Stitch Me No Name fabric, and I'm doing it as a silhouette instead of the called for colors. For the eyes, for the pumpkin, the eyes and the mouth and stuff, I'm going to probably do some beads or just some back stitch, and then I got to figure out what I'm gonna do for her eyes because she looks creepy right now. But that's that one. I haven't worked on this one in a while. Up next is another Green Terrace pattern. This one is, I think it's just called Magic Book. Yeah, it's Magic Book. You can see it's like a Harry Potter theme. And I've got just a little tiny start on this one. It's like on a grayish blue fabric. This is like part of the glasses. So just a little start on that one. I think I only worked on this one for one day, so if I get something, I start it right away. Pretty much. So Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 by Tilton Crafts, out of print. This one so far has been a ton of blue. It's like a bunch of different shades of blue. Not very much done. It's on 28 count, 1/1. Up next is called Mushroom House by Green Terrace on Etsy. She still has the 5 for $12 sale going on, I believe. So run over there and grab you some of her patterns. I worked on this one for like maybe an hour. Not even an hour. It was just, I wanted to start it because I can. So, and I'll get to these, all of them, eventually. I will. This is Heaven and Earth Designs Mini Magic Study Rainbow version. I have not started this one yet, but I have the fabric in the bag to start it. So if you are stitching it or starting it, let me know and we can totally stitch along together. Next is in one of my bags. It's another vertical bag made out of some fat quarters that I had. Most of my bags have a fun inside, but the last couple that I've made is just like kind of plain blah. This is Dinosaur Forest by Owl Forest Designs. I don't have a picture of what it looks like now because I took it out of the box to put in here. Yeah, I don't a picture. But it's got all, it was a kit, and I started it with Sammy Liz for Dino December. I'm gonna get back to that one. It's just stitching 1/2 or 2/2. Doing 32 count is not my favorite. So it confuses me. I'm not very fast at it, so I don't know. Next was a gift from my friend Ashley, the Stitching Penguin. It is Heaven and Earth Designs, the General Store Max Color by Amy Stewart. And I love this. Like I told you, I love like farm, country, small town, America. Like this is me. I absolutely love this pattern. Absolutely love it. I've always wanted it. It was in my wish list, and Ashley texted me one day and was like, hey, check your email. Happy birthday. I was like, what? I didn't get an email. She's like, yeah, you did. So I got on there, and she had bought this for me. There's my start on it. It's going to be massive. It's got a ton of colors, but without doing the max color, I did not like the mock-up. I didn't, it wasn't enough detail. It was just blotches of color. So there's that one. Next is another one of my bags that I made. All my bags end up different sizes because I'm still experimenting with the size that I like. So, and you can tell what's in this bag. It's a Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, Tilton Crafts out of print. And I've got more on this one done than I think I have any of my other ones. So black and 939 basically. I started going diagonal right here to try to not get page lines and square lines, and yeah. Don't ask me if it's working because I have no idea yet. I haven't got that far. It's a big pattern. And I think I'm doing that one on 18 count, so it's bigger. My other ones I'm doing on 28 count. Alright, next we have Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. I'm doing it on some yellow, probably 16 or 18 count that I had, that I dyed myself. It turned out really good. Like a yellowish mottled. I wanted it to be like sunflower colors, so I think I succeeded with that. There's my progress on it. I don't think I've done much on it since my last WIP Parade. Honestly, I forget I have it. I know I have it, but when I go to stitch on something, it's not the first thing that pops into mind, if that makes sense. Next we have Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the one that I restarted. I was working on this one upstairs on my scroll frame. If you've watched my first few floss tubes, you've seen it. I was doing the regular, and there were so many mistakes, and it was my first full coverage, and there were changes in how many strands I was using and what kind of stitch I was using, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I scrapped it, and I bought the mini. I love this pattern. I eventually want to finish it for my husband, who is an avid fisherman, and I started it one night and worked on it for like an hour, so there's my start on that. It's gonna go a lot faster than the regular for sure. So up next is a kit from Hobby Lobby. Love Grows Here. I wanted to do this one for my sister. My son calls her plants in her house a forest because she has so many. I don't really have a giant start on this one. So, just that. Yeah. So, I need to work on it. I was supposed to have that and my ohm done for her by the time she moved into her house. She moved in on September 27th. That already passed. Like months ago. But the good thing is, she doesn't know that I'm making them for her. So it's not like I'm on a time crunch. I don't tell people when I make them things. I just finish it and go, oh yeah, I made this for you. Up next is Gryffindor Common Room. This is by the Green Terrace on Etsy. And I think Sammy Liz is also stitching this, but she started up here in the top. And I started in the center. I am stitching it on, if it'll get in there. A 28 count casual called Rubius, and I got it from Cecilia Samplers, based in Branson, Missouri. There's my start. I'm working on the red. There you go. You can see some of the red. This is that picture of that man, so not a big start, but 32 count or 28 count linen is fun. And this lives in a bag that I made. Of course, I had to do a Gryffindor bag for it, just yellow on the back. I think this one's boring on the inside as well. Yeah, it's just gray on the inside. Up next is a kit. Have not started it. It says Home for the Holidays. It's an ornament. Little gingerbread house. I love gingerbread houses. If you have seen any of my things, I love them. Have not started that yet. It's just ready to go. Next is one of my stitch bags. I can stitch onto this bag. My friend Katrina got me this. And it's got all the threads and beads and all that. This is what it'll look like when it's done. Have not started this one either. But it's ready to go. Up next is a kit. Oh yes, I love this kit. My friend Katrina got me this one for Christmas as well. 4 Seasons by John Sloan. So there's all 4 of those, but this is the one that I have. I would really like if I could find all 4 of them. So if you have one of these, of the different season, even if it's just the pattern that I can get like DMC or whatever to kit it up myself, let me know if you know anybody that has the other 3 seasons, because I would love them. But I have not started that one yet. But it's ready to go. It doesn't hardly fit in this until I take it out of the package. Next, this is a bag by me. It's a Hufflepuff bag. And inside of it lives Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I did it in this bag because of all the yellow in the pattern. It's It's nothing to do with Huff the Puff, just the yellow, I promise. Got a pretty good start on this one. I was going through a phase where all I wanted to do was work on that one for some reason. Just random. Just that one. Just specifically. Next is, this is in my very first project bag I ever made. My moo cows. I love cows. They are the sweetest creature ever. So sweet. This is on my WIP board for sure to finish, because it's not going to take much to finish it. It's called Country Kitty Sampler. This was in October, October 21 of just cross stitch, and it is designed by Barbie Lowe of Twisted Willow Designs. Lux, Lowe, I don't know which. And I'm doing this on a 28 count. Doing 1/1, and there's my start on it. I'm hoping that I actually finish it when it's called for WIP Go, but don't hold your breath, because I don't want you to pass out. The inside of this bag has these cute arrows, so I'm trying to remember to show you the inside of the bag if it's cute. This is another bag I made. It's a Ravenclaw. I tried out a smaller gap up here on this one. I don't know if I like it yet or not. This is Tilton Crafts Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. And I'm doing this one 28 count, 1/1. There's my start on that. Up next is Heaven and Earth Designs, Deer Creek by Donna Gelsinger. This is a regular size. Creatively Yours is doing a stitch along called Dear Friends. With this, I think she's doing the mini. So there's my, there we go. There's my start. I've got all the way across the top. So I'm excited about that. And now I can start working down. Up next is another bag by me. This is Slytherin. I love this little X fabric. I don't know why. I just think it's the cutest, most simplest thing ever. In this one, I have Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets by Tilton Crafts. Had to do Chamber of Secrets because this is the one he learned that he could speak Posseltone. Left the thread hanging. I guess I was done stitching that night. So far, black. It's 28 count, 1/1. Up next is The Most Wonderful Spark by Sue Hills Designs. They have one for like all the different seasons, so they're really cute. And here's my start on that. Basically just working on the D first. Start in the middle, make sure I have enough fabric around the edges. Up next is Heaven and Earth Designs Autumn Magic. by Randall Spangler. And I started this one. I have not worked on it very much, but I have started it. I don't know why it's folded that way. This is a regular size, so it is ginormous, but I loved the pattern, and I didn't want to wait for a mini to come out. I was stubborn. There's my start on it. Doing that on 28 count as well, 1/1. Most of my fabric, unless I say otherwise, I get from Hobby Lobby. Heaven and Earth Designs, Mini Trick or Treat by Randall Spangler. This is a mini, so this one's not as ginormous. This is on 28 count, 1/1. So there's my start. That's 2%. I got to 2% on this. I think it was before my last video. That's when I got to 2%. Last one. Okay, this is a bag I made. Again with the little X fabric. It's so cute. On the inside I just put green. This is my Christmas start. It's Heaven and Earth Designs, Mini Christmas 2 by Sarah Marchetti. And I was super sick on Christmas, so I didn't get a giant start, but just a little start. So, those are my whips. I have a ton. Did you count? If you counted, let me know what you counted, because I'm not counting all these things. I don't know how many I have. I don't know how many I've started, how many I've finished. I can't tell you all that off my top of my head. I just stitch. I just have fun stitching, and I'll just talk to you for a minute while I put these back in the bucket. I am not a finisher. I'm a starter. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's overwhelming having so many projects because I don't know what to work on. But I like having the choice of working on literally whatever I want. Like all the different styles. I have samplers. I guess you'd call a long dog sampler a sampler. I've got full coverage. I've got Quakers. I've got kits. I've got my temperature stitch. I've got, what else do I have? I mean, I just have all these different kinds of projects that I can stitch on. And I love that. I love having that option to stitch on whatever I want. Whatever kind of project, whatever kind of, whatever color, really. I know a lot of mine start with black, but it's not all black. So, sorry if this is super distracting, me putting all my stuff away like this. But I gotta put it all in the basket or it's gonna be spread out everywhere. That's my whips. That was my WIP parade. Y'all are great. Join me for my next update in probably a couple of weeks. Yeah, maybe a couple of weeks. I'll do another update for WIP Go because my WIP Go numbers will come out this week on the 27th. This coming week on the 27th. And then once they come out, I'll have those two focus projects for the month until I finish my goal. So I will let you guys know when I know which projects those will be. And again, go check out my Instagram if you guys want more updated information, like more frequently. And go check out my friend that just started a Flosstube. Her name is Jan, and she is Busy Hands, I think. I'm gonna tell you, because she is been wanting to do this for a while, and she finally got up to doing it. So I want you to go look at her and see her video. Yep, Busy Hands is her. Yep. Jan, tell her I sent you. Go subscribe, like, all the things to her video. Yeah. I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.